South Africa's Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan takes to the podium in Parliament on Wednesday to deliver the country's budget speech. Africa's second largest economy is essentially on the borderline of recession, and it could be downgraded to junk status. Now, the minister has the very unenviable task of outlining South Africa's fiscal plan for dealing with these problems, and many hope it will actually lift the country from its economic malaise in the long term. Here's Sumitra Naidu with more.
It's being dubbed as the toughest and probably the most pivotal budget speech in South Africa's 22-year democracy. Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan is under significant pressure to provide the way forward.
This budget's actually being watched by the international investor community. Minister Gordhan, at this point in time, has to really illustrate a strong willed approach to the budget to make the right structural changes and to communicate a degree of both realism as well as political will in terms of getting the right policies across the line.
President Jacob Zuma alluded to austerity measures in his State of the Nation address earlier this month. It's hoped that the finance minister will follow through in his address. Many are hoping there will be a clampdown on wasteful expenditure and less assistance towards loss-making state enterprises.
He's going to have to go through with much deeper spending cuts on the back of that, and that would culminate in projects like the NHI that would probably have to either be shelved or deferred for the foreseeable future. It's going to be effectively, we're going to have to see something like the nuclear build program. We're going to have to need clarity on whether that's still on the agenda, and if it's on the agenda, what sort of private sector participation are we going to have in that?
With corporate sector profits under pressure, tax collection is expected to be around $450 million lower for the 2015-2016 financial year. In order to bolster revenue, Gordhan is likely to look at areas where taxes can be raised.
Personal income tax accounts for about 35% of the total revenue collections. So you'll expect that if one wants to increase the revenue collections, they will look at that because it brings in more revenue for the country, followed by the VAT, which accounts for about 25%.
All-round tax increases, though, will be tough on the poor.
Basic stuff will not be impacted. But obviously there is a political angle to it. Because of the elections, we might not see the increase in VAT. But in the long run, we are going to see the increase.
The finance minister will have to do a lot more than just talking up a good budget in order to restore confidence in the South African economy. With unemployment and inequality rising, decisive implementation of the country's national development plan is still key to turning around the fortunes of South Africa. Sumitra Naidu, CCTV, Johannesburg.